We heard from State Superintendent Ryan Walters on his new lunch mandate yesterday. It requires school districts to cover the cost of all meals for students.
But those strong allegations of school spending, were they all true? 2 News Oklahoma Steph Mansion spent the day researching to fact check what Ryan Walters had to say.
Something is out of whack, and what's out of whack is the administrators are prioritizing themselves, their buddies, their administrative cost over our kids and our teachers.
In my sit down with State Superintendent, Ryan Walters made accusations and shared numbers over how Oklahoma schools spend their state allocated dollars, which he says is limiting their ability to comply with his lunch mandate. I dug into the numbers to see where and with whom the truth lies. Superintendent Walters says school lunches cost about $3 a day, and at that rate, it would run a district about $500 per year per student to eat lunch at school. He says the State Department allocates about $13,000 per student to districts, giving them plenty to work with. From my research, that tracks. According to the Oklahoma Cost Accounting System, Oklahoma schools received $13,736 per student in the 2023-2024 school year.
They're gaslighting you. Students are not getting lunches.
According to Hunger Free Oklahoma, that is not the case. Thanks to the CEP program, or Community Eligibility Provision, nearly 849 schools and 300,000 students across the state have access to a free breakfast and lunch at school.
They get billions of dollars. They spend $660 million just on the salaries of their top paid administrators.
This one isn't false, but it isn't entirely accurate either. Each school's funding is determined by a variety of factors, including enrollment numbers, so not all districts are funded the same way. As far as if administrators' budgets increased 14% over the last 4 years, we have yet to be able to determine if that is true for each of the 509 public school districts in Oklahoma. Another gray area, what is an administrative position? That is where some of the discourse on the cuts Walters is ordering is coming in, as well as the 5% cap state law puts on administrative spending. Walters says schools misinterpret that, and the law really states they can't spend more than 5% on administrative salaries. In this case, the schools are correct. State law puts a 5% spending cap on administrative costs for districts with more than 1,500 students.
The federal government says that we as a state spend more than 50% of every dollar in education towards administrative cost.
Walters says this data came from the National Center for Education Statistics, but I couldn't verify that. For more answers and fact-checking, be sure to visit this article on our website. Steph Mansion, 2 News, Oklahoma.